What up, peeps? It's your girl Josh coming back to you for Real Takes. Today I'll be doing a reaction to what looks to be a teaser trailer and somewhat of an announcement in regards to Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 3 to come out in 2020. Now, it's been a lot of, I'd say, good and bad comments made and addressed about this. I'm not going to discuss them right now. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this, and I'm going to save the rest of my thoughts about this afterwards, you guys. There's the music. Oh, wow. Nice. Alright. Okay, you guys. I am feeling that teaser. I am already excited. Just hearing the music from the original one just has me so, because just this nostalgia for me. Now let me go ahead and get into it, because recently, early in the week, I had heard they say we're going to be making this, and we got a little teaser, whichever. Now I'm hearing that instead of Ivan Reitman, of course, of being attached, it's going to be his son, Jason Reitman, who will be actually directing this. Also, I'm hearing that instead of it being the main cast of it being, you know, all, of course, maybe of one gender, it's going to be 2 boys and 2 girls, and these are supposed to be teens that are going to be at the helm. Now, there's also other things going on where I remember discussing this over the summer, where I'd say they spoke to Dan Aykroyd in some sort of like an interview of sorts, and he said that the script is actually in the midst of being written. So I figure like we're getting close to that. The script might still be, you know, being tweaked, and it might be done, and that's great. And then also noting that I'd heard that Ernie Hudson had made a comment to someone saying that, yeah, we're all on board, we're all gonna, you know, we're gonna be coming back. So that means him, Dan Aykroyd, hopefully they're saying Bill Murray as well. Wondering if we will see a Sigourney Weaver. I don't know. Now granted, if I see the 3 guys, that's great. She's always, you know, an extra bonus that would make it even more awesome to see if she does come back, you know. I'm just curious if that's, you know, true. Annie Potts. I'm losing my train of thought with my main guy, whichever, and all that. My main goofy guy, whichever. Might put his picture up here because the name is just unbeknownst to me, but I think you all know who I'm referring to. But needless to say, I'm excited for this. Now, let me jump into the not so happy part of this. Recently, I think Leslie Jones had made a comment on her, I want to say on her Twitter, in regards to this, how she feels, you know, this is kind of like a, you know, blank move. Word starts with a D, and this kind of falls in lines of something that, you know, the TRUMP would do. Now, I'm all for her feeling what she does, because I'm like this. I liked all the movies. I liked the ones that we got, you know, from Ivan Reitman 1 and 2, and I did not have no problem with the one they did. I liked the way it was casted with the ladies. They did a great job. They were very funny and hilarious. Some people didn't like it. A lot of people wanted to bash it, whichever, and all. You can call it a gender thing or not, whatever. For some individuals, yes. Some people like, no, just the overall storyline probably wasn't as good as what they thought, whichever, and that's fine. Keep it about the movie. Don't make it about that, whichever. We're trying to get past this thing where it's always where it's more a female-based movie or a male-based movie. I just want to see movies. That's just how I've always been. I don't care who's in helm. If the story's good and you all can come together and you can tell the ensemble cast works, whatever, then it's going to be a good movie overall, whichever. But there were certain things, honestly, in it that were kind of lacking at times, whatever. You can only have so much funny. The storyline isn't all that great for the overall fact that we're watching a movie that's titled Ghostbusters for, honestly, a reason, whichever. And like I said, some people really didn't, you know. And it's unfortunate, whichever. I would not compare it to the individual she chose to use. That individual is on a whole nother level compared to whatever you think is trying to go on this. This is Hollywood. Hollywood has this thing with, you know, we're dealing with the reboots, whichever, you know, reimaging of certain movies, whichever. This is how Hollywood works, whatever. She's been in it now long enough to know that's how it goes. It is what it is. Honestly, case in point, like we did Spider-Man. We had Andrew come out, then all of a sudden they act like that didn't happen. That was almost a year or 2 later, and then all of a sudden Tom Holland comes out and he's now Spider-Man. People are overjoyed because they feel like he fits exactly what we've been looking for Spider-Man for a long time. It doesn't take away from Toby, doesn't take away from Andrew, but that's just how it is. Same thing, whichever, we've seen many other movies where they try to do Joker. They reimage it, do it, whatever. Then we got Heath Ledger. People loved it, whichever. Then they did another one with Jared. Now we're doing one with Joaquin. That's just how it's always going to be. They're always going to try to find a ways to do this. Now with this one, this is just kind of like a sequel. It's just falling in line. We had 1, 2, and now we're having 3. There's nothing about them redoing it, reimaging, whatever. But in some ways, we're going to probably get a little bit of a change in Aurora casting, but we're still going to see our favorites who are supposed to be in the movie, and I'm totally down for that. So I'm looking forward to that. Now I am curious to see again how they're going to do the story. Like I said, I stated it's 4 individuals. They're supposed to be teens, 2 boys and 2 girls. I want to see how they fit into this, how they fit exactly into dealing with the guys. Whose barn is that the Ghostmobile is in, whichever. I'm just curious, so many layers to add onto the story, to move the story along, whichever. And who's to say after this may be the way they have the kids kind of move the story along afterwards. So now we can lay to rest Bill Murray being attached to Dan and Ernie, so they can just kind of keep moving the story. That's why I said Ivan's son Jason has big shoes to fill to bring alive this movie for us to all be happy. Because trust and believe me, if it doesn't do good, a lot of people are going to have a problem. Some people are going to try to stick very hard. People like to don't like to humble themselves when something is just to prove a point, whatever. But if it's not good, they will know, and he will definitely know. So, but I'm totally down to see this. I'm excited for this. This makes me want to go ahead and pull out the first one just to watch it, just the nostalgia. That music alone at the end had me so hyped to see it. I'm really looking forward to this. So yes, you guys, comment below. Let me know what you all think. Are you all down for this? Like I said, this is in continuation of the previous 2, not an overall reboot. How are you feeling about the son doing this as opposed to, remember, Ivan Reitman being attached, of course, and how you feel about the some of the original cast coming back, whichever. I really want to know you guys' thoughts on that. So with that said, I will see you guys on the next reaction. You guys take care.